everything that I'm going through in my life right now is for a reason, and it's for a bigger purpose. And things that are meant to last in my life, whether it's finances, career, things of that nature, things that are meant to last in my life, and the things that I'm really working for longevity, it's going to take some time. And my personal opinion, I'm like, okay, well, how much more time? Because I feel like I've been waiting forever. My son is 16, about to be 17 in October. I have struggled ever since he was 17 years. I've struggled. It has always been a struggle for 16 years. And in my mind, I'm like, well, how long is it going to take? Jesus. But everything that I'm doing, I even said this on this vlog, on a vlog, I think maybe my previous vlog, with all the things that I've created to make extra income, my digital products, my dresses, my lashes, my glasses, things of that nature. I've created those things, and I've set up those, my coloring books, you know, my journals. I've set up those things, and it may not be working for me right now, but in the long run, when it's my time and when it is my moment to really shine, and I'm going to really be pushed out there and start receiving the receiving the perks and the benefits of my hard work, is when everything starts to play out. And so he said a good example. He said, you know, his first book he wrote, I think he released, he said back in 2012, I think he said, and 13 years later is when his book started to really sell, is when his book started to work for him. He said he made this comment. He used to work for the books, right? Which means if somebody was interested in buying a book, like, okay, here's my number, here's this, here's that. He was so hungry, and he was grinding to sell the book. Now he's like, the books are selling for him, and he's just sitting back, and people are now starting to see who he is. People are now starting to get interested in his books. He is not in that hustle and that grind mode, because his time is now, and now it's working for him. He's more successful. He's off, you know, doing these shows with T.S. Madison. If you don't know her, she's a popular transsexual woman, and you know, he obviously he does YouTube, but his YouTube has started progressing over the years when he started going live, and so he's slowly started building his platform, and now everything that he was working for is working for him now. And so that's why I said to myself, like, all these things that I've created, these extras, you know, streams of income, it may not be working for me now, but once it's my moment and my platform takes off, then it's going to work for me. And so it's just, you know, that was one thing that he said, and I think it was in the message or whatever, that what is meant to be permanent takes some time. You know, whatever is meant to be, and you are meant to have, and it's supposed to work, and it's something that's supposed to be perfection for you, it's going to take some time to cook. My question is, how long? And I know they say you're not supposed to question God. I know they say you're not supposed to do those things, but I'm being an honest human. Like, how long does it take? Because Jesus, I need help now. You know? So it was just a lot he said in that live yesterday that spoke directly to me. And then he also said, he said sometimes, because he had his other friend on there, Greg, and he's, oh my God, his friends are so hilarious, crack me up. But he had his other friend on there, and they were saying, you know, sometimes the gift, you have the gift, and the gift is there, but God is waiting on you, or you are the one that's standing in the way. Like, the gift is here, right? Who I am, my gift, and what I present to the world is right here. But there's still some things, this is me. there's still some things within me that I need to fix, whether it's my attitude, whether it's my selfishness, whether it's me being impatient, whether it's me not having sympathy for others. The gift is here and God wants to give it to me, but it's still some things I need to work on in order for me to get it and come over here. And I was like, wow. But the thing is, I thought about that too. I'm like, well, is it me? Is it he was like, you're in your way. You are the one that's in your way. And it was so crazy that he said that, because I was like, I thought about that myself. I'm like, am I in my own way? But the thing is, I've asked God, show me and tell me what it is that when I tell you I have broken down and I've cried on my knees to God, and listen, what is it? What am I doing wrong? What am I not understanding? What am I not realizing? What am I not getting that I am still not in the place that I feel I should be at this age, and given the efforts and the hustle that I put in, the work that I've put in? What am I missing? Is my attitude still bad? And I'm a person, I don't have a problem acknowledging my faults. I don't have a problem acknowledging if I'm not doing something right, or if I am, if I messed up. I don't have a problem acknowledging that. I am not a person who feel like I'm perfect. It is what it is. Like, no, I'm not that girl. I don't have a problem admitting if I'm the problem. And so I know that I can be stubborn, and I know that my attitude could be vicious. But I will say that I feel like I have worked on it a lot, whereas I've learned to either keep my mouth closed to avoid saying something I'm going to regret, or walking away from the situation and ignoring it because I know I'm going to blow up, or just shutting it off. Like, I'm not going to give you my energy or give you that moment, because if I do, it's not going to be pretty. I've worked on it. Even with my daughter, I've definitely worked on being more patient with her. Not allowing myself to get so angry initially when she does something. I've worked on that. I'm not the best at it, but I'm going to give myself my kudos. I've worked on it. Because it's hard, and it still is hard. Having to deal with, a kid with autism, and she's very hyper, and you're already stressed out, overwhelmed as a single parent, and everything you have to deal with on top of having a hyperactive child. Like, I'm about to explode, but I've learned how to just, Amara, sit down, leave me alone in this moment. Give me a moment. You know what I'm saying? Give me a moment, because go sit down. I've learned, and I'm not perfect. I still have a lot to learn. But I'm learning. And so I'm like, well, what else? I'm like, well, what else, God? What am I missing? You know what I have thought about? And my mom, I know she gonna watch this, and I know she probably gonna freak out. But one of the things that I've thought about, that I felt like, is it holding me back, is, I feel a little teary-eyed. I'm not gonna cry. But one of the things I've thought about that I felt like, is this what's holding me back, is the lack of relationship with my father. Oh, I'm not gonna cry. You are not gonna cry, girl. Because, and I'm not saying in the sense of I should start a relationship with him, but by me not having that conversation with him, is that holding me back from my blessing? And I have this conversation all the time with my mother. She's like, you gotta forgive him. I mean, and if those, I don't really talk about my father at all on here, but I don't talk to my father. Make a long story short, I don't know if he's gonna watch this. If he does, okay. But I don't have a relationship with my father. My relationship with my father has always been estranged. Is that the right word? Whatever. It's been distant. It's been lack thereof. But it's always been that throughout the years. And my last straw with my dad that made me completely just not have any communication was this was like in 2016, 2017, I think. And we were having a conversation on the phone or whatever. I don't know how we ended up having a conversation, but we had an argument. We had a full-on argument. I was crying, snot nose and everything, pissed off, upset, whatever. We had a full-on argument. And in that conversation, I just felt like there was no accountability on his end. I felt like he was trying to blame a lot of things on my mom. And one thing that stood out to me, I don't know if it was I think it was in that conversation, but the one thing that stood out to me that made me like, was him saying, I'm the parent, you're the child. You supposed to come to me. Meaning that, you know, you supposed to make it right with me. I'm the parent. I don't need to come to you. You need to come to me if there's a problem. That's how I took it. That's how, I'm not saying he said those words verbatim, but how I took the content of the conversation and what he said, it was like, you supposed to come to me. I'm the child. I mean, you're the parent. I mean, he's the parent, I'm the child. He said those words, you're the child, I'm the parent, but the context of the conversation was, by him saying that, whatever issues or whatever the case may be, you need to come to me if there's a problem, or you need to come to me and try to fix it. I'm not coming to you because you're the child. That's how I took in my mind. And ever since then, I was just like, what? What? Bet. I'll never come to you. Let me tell you something about a Taurus. You don't have to tell us number once. Well, now, if we in a relationship, you may have to tell us a couple times because we're such lovers. But when it's like friendships and family, you ain't got to tell us number one time. Oh, you want to be left alone? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You'll be left alone for the rest of your life because you ain't never got to hear from me again. We do take stuff to the extreme. Like, people be like, man, can you just leave me alone? I just need some time. Oh. You need time? I'm saying this like if there's an argument, right? And you're like, could you just leave me alone? Like, I just need some time away from you. Okay. Bet. You'll never see me again. That's all the time you'll get. You'll never see me. Like, we take stuff to the extreme. But listen, be precise what you mean, because we gonna take it left. But in that moment, I was like, what? Me come to you? I'm the daughter. Huh? All right, bet. Don't worry about it. You'll never hear from me again. And he didn't. And ever since then, I've told my mother, until my father, I feel, takes accountability for his actions of a father, there's nothing for us to talk about. There's nothing for us to talk about. There's nothing. And let me say this, just in case he may be watching or whoever. My mother never down talked my father. My mother never said what she truly felt in front of me about my father. Have I seen my mom express, anger or irritation based off something he did that I could, like, for instance, my mom always brings this up because I also remember this moment where I was looking out the window one time. My father was supposed to come get me. I was living in Chicago. I was young. My father was supposed to come get me. I was waiting for him, looking out the window, and he never came. I am 38 years old and I still remember that. So have I seen her express irritation or anger in the moment where he didn't do something, but I'm also witnessing that moment where he didn't do the thing that he's supposed to do? Yes. But down talking him and, expressing to me how she really feels about it? No. So my issues and what I feel about my father has nothing to do with anything. If he feels my mother told me this, or my personal feelings are based on what I've experienced and what I've seen. Point blank, period. And until I feel my father take the accountability, especially for what he said, like, I can even, like, being 100% transparent, I can even just let go of my childhood and, you know, him not being there as much as he should have been. Okay, cool, whatever. I can let that part go. The only thing that I will not let go until you take accountability is for what you said. That's what's holding my anger. That is what's holding my anger. Because, like, what? I'm the child. I didn't ask to be here. So what am I coming to you for? You need to make it right with me. What you mean? And until there's accountability taken for that statement, there's nothing for us to talk about. So I even went as far as putting that to the side. And I know I'm going all over the place with stories, but I even put that to the side, and I told him, well, when I realized that we were going to move to Dallas, right? When I realized we were going to move to Texas, I was like, you know what? Because at that time, he never seen my kids. My father has never seen. Let me think back. I don't think my father has ever seen even Josiah. I don't think my father's ever. He definitely has never seen my daughter, but I don't think he's seen my son. If he did, it may have been maybe one time, I think. I don't know. Because I remember when we did get back in touch, and Josiah was like young, like maybe 4 or 5. I went to a party of my father's, and he came and got me, my father. I don't know if I bring Josiah with me, though. I don't know. If he did meet him, it may have been one time. That was it. So I was like, you know, at least, I don't know. I don't, maybe it was something that came over me. A lot of times that do happen, where something will come over me where I just have this moment of, it could be a song, it could be what somebody says that will just make me like, you know what, maybe I should do the right thing. And it'll be in that moment. Now, you give me 24 hours later, I may not feel the same, but in that moment, I'm like, okay, maybe I should, you know. So maybe it was something in me. I was like, you know what, even if me and him are not talking, I would at least like for him to see my daughter and my son, you know, before we move to a different state. Now, hindsight, it's like, okay, well, girl, you ain't seen him while you've been in the same state this long. Why you want him to see the kids? I don't know. It was just something that came, I don't know. It was just something that came over me. I don't know. Anyway, I had talked to his wife. I've always been cool with his wife. Always. She's never treated me different. I've never had any issues with her. She's always been a nice woman to me. And I talked to her. I think I called him. I called their house. And I talked to her. She told me some things. My father's going through some things or whatever. And she was like, he would really love this, da-da-da-da. So I was like, okay, cool. Like, I was like, you know, I'll call you guys back or whatever. And, you know, set up a time or whatever to come down there or whatever, right? I'm like, okay, cool. And I believe I told her, I said, I don't want to talk. This was my stipulation. I don't want to talk about the past and the arguments that we had, because me and him will never see eye to eye on that. Because he felt a certain way and I felt a certain way. So I told her, I said, I don't want to talk about the past. I don't want to bring up any of that. Me and my father will not agree on that. He has his perspective, I have mine. So as long as we don't have to bring that up, I can move forward and at least allow you to see your grandkids. That was my thought process. Me still trying to somewhat do the right thing. Me trying to find a way in the situation. I said, okay, well, I'll just leave that, you know, on the back burner and at least allow you to see your grandkids. He calls me and I don't know, do you guys like sometimes get like a sore in your ear, on your earlobe when you put earrings in? I don't know. I think he called me and he was like, I think he wanted to see me and he wanted to talk to me before he seen the kids. And I'm like, for what? And I kept saying to him, like, no, I don't want to do that. And he felt like it was important. And it was some other, I can't remember verbatim, it was some other stuff he said that pissed me off. And I was just like, okay, fuck it. Excuse my language, but forget it. I'm not doing this. Like, what it was, I don't know what he said, but I was mad. I was pissed. And I was like, see, I'm still trying, even though it's not even my business to do that. I'm still trying to give you the opportunity to have a relationship with me somewhat and introduce you to your grandkids. But you want to hash some stuff that we'll never agree on. What's the point? We're not going to, so let's agree to disagree and let's move forward, but you want to go back. And I was just like, you know what? I'm not doing this. So I stopped talking to him. And ever since then, I have not talked to my father. He's called me, I think, one time. I didn't know who he was. I would see like pictures or something of, I don't know if he would like go on my social media and print out pictures and then put them in his house. Like, what, to me, that's creepy. And I say that because I seen another video. I seen a picture of my father, and in the background was a picture stand. And I was like, is that me? And I was grown. Like, I was grown. I had Josiah grown. I'm like, and I don't send him pictures. So I'm like, where is, how he get that? Where is that? Oh, this was something that pissed me off. He blocked me. He blocked me on social media. It's a lot of things that happen. It's slowly coming to me. Not all of it, but I'm gonna say this. I knew there was a reason why I was pissed at my father. When we got into it, he blocked me. And I was like, you block your own fucking, excuse my language, but you block your own daughter? What? I was like, listen, sir, you can have it. You can have it. He blocked me. It was just like, I guess it's coming to me. After the conversation we had in 2016, 2017, I guess he felt like I disrespected him by how I was talking to him. I wasn't cursing at him or nothing, I don't believe. Because my mother was sitting right next to me, and because she had picked me up from work, and I was on the phone with him while she was picking me up from work. So she was in the car. I wasn't yelling at him or anything like that, but I think, and it's starting to come to me, I feel that he wasn't used to me getting upset with him. And this is from personal experience as well with my kids. The parent who's not around a lot, they don't experience the things that the parent who is around experiences, if you get what I'm saying. So I'll use my son. Obviously, my son was living with me. I took care of him. I see everything, attitude, stubbornness, all of that. When he got to his dad's house and he started really showing his dad who he was, his dad was taken back. Yeah, because you don't know. You wasn't around him to really see his personality. So me being an adult and me expressing myself to my father, I don't think he was prepared for that. So he felt how I was coming at him was disrespectful. No, it's me being an adult and telling you how it is and what it is and my feelings. You're not used to that. I'm not Lil Monet. He calls me Monet. I'm not Lil Monet no more. I'm C Monet. I'm a grown adult with kids. I don't recall ever cursing him out. So I think it was because I was expressing myself in a way he's never seen me express myself. So yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot that just, it pissed me off. It irritated me. I was over it. But I say all of that to say, I don't know if me not having a conversation, because I refused to call him. My mom was like, why don't you talk to him? No, for what? But I told my mother, I said, if he called me, here's the thing about me, okay? And I feel like this is a lot of Tauruses too. If we feel that you are genuinely apologetic for what you did, we will forgive you. Until we feel and we know, until you come to us correct, and we feel you and we understand and we believe that you are ready to change and you are genuinely sorry for what you have done, we'll take you back, or we will, you know, we'll take you back. We'll accept your apology, all of that. But until that happens, we want no parts with you. And I told my mother, until my father calls me and takes accountability, there's nothing for us to talk about. And so why am I calling him? And here's my thing also with that. I also connect that with men in general. And also, I'm using personal experience, not just with my father, but with my children's fathers. It's always, and this is not for all men, so let me make that clear. It's not for all men, but it's for the absentee men, or the men who don't put in as much effort to be a parent as the mother. A lot of times, these men and these fathers know they did wrong. They know they wasn't there. They know they wasn't the best father. They know that they messed up. And instead of them coming to the mother or coming to the child and surrendering and saying, I messed up. I wasn't the best. I should have did this. I should have did that. I messed up. They rather hold on to that. And then in some kind of way, wait around or expect the child to reach out to them. I'm not doing that. We will continue going on without talking until you open your mouth and you say something to me as your daughter. I'm not the one that messed up. And that goes for my children's fathers. If you don't care, fine. But I'm gonna say, and I don't even speak on him. I don't even speak on him. But and I could be completely wrong because I feel like he's the damn devil. But there's a part of me that feels like with my daughter's father, and I don't ever speak on him because there's a part of me that feels like he messed up. He messed up by how he treated the situation of me being pregnant and having our daughter, right? But he'll never admit that to me. His ego and his persona and who he is and how he wants to come off is more important than saying, I messed up. I shouldn't have walked that on. Regardless of how me and you fell out, regardless of how I may personally feel about you, I shouldn't have walked that on our child. He will never admit that to me. So if that means continuing to stay away, if that means continuing to not be a part of her life, if that means he has to do those things because his ego will not allow him to surrender and say I was wrong, I'm a horrible person for what I did, he'll continue not being a part of her life. Now, I could be completely wrong and continue to go with the narrative that he just don't give a shit about my daughter. But I feel there's a lot of men, a lot of dudes, not even men, a lot of dudes who are absent fathers. They know they messed up. They will never admit that to the parent, to the mother, or they will never admit that to the child. So they will go years and years and years without admitting that. They will go years and years and years without being in that child's life. But then when they on their deathbed or when they need something, they want all the kids to come to them and feel the love. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. Listen to what I'm saying. You guys probably have experienced that or seen that. It's funny how the absentee fathers don't want to be a part of the child's life, don't want to do right by the mother in co-parenting, but as soon as you're on your deathbed or you really need something, you looking towards the same people that you shunned out on. You looking towards the same people that you closed the door on to be there for you and want to use this excuse, I'm still your father at the end of the day. I don't give a damn. And listen, I don't know, maybe God, is punishing me for this too, but I don't go by the whole, well, at the end of the day, that's still your parent, that's still your mother, that's still your father. Honor thy father, whatever, you know what I mean. It's in the Bible somewhere. I don't subscribe to that. I'm sorry. I'm not saying I walk around, disrespecting my parents. No, but what I'm saying is, listen, I'm a different breed. If you do me wrong, I don't care if you're my parent. If you do me wrong as your child, I'm not saying I'm going to go around and disrespect you, but what I am saying is I don't feel it's fair that the child still has to have a relationship with you because you're the parent. You treated me like shit. Excuse my language. Or you wasn't there for me as a parent. But because we have the same DNA, I have to forgive you and have to, because I go through this with my mother. I said, just because I choose not to talk to him, it doesn't mean I don't forgive him. I don't know if this is forgiveness or not. I don't know if this is forgiveness or not. But here's what I'm going to say. I personally feel if I am able to still be in your presence and still communicate with you, given what you've done to me, I think that's some sort of forgiveness. And like I said, as long as my father admits to what he did was wrong, and he takes accountability, if he does that, I have no problem talking to him. We'll never have the same relationship, or we'll never have a close daughter and father relationship, but I don't have a problem talking to him until you admit you. Now, if you're telling me by the Bible that even if that person never admits his wrongs, you still have to talk to him, then maybe I'm not forgiving. If that's what you mean, maybe I'm not forgiving. You have to take some kind of accountability for me to talk to you. And if the Bible is telling me that even if that person never comes to you and apologizes, you still have to forgive them, and you still here's okay, because I go through this with my mother. I don't feel you have to talk to that person, or I don't feel because you don't talk to that person, it's still considered you being angry and not forgiving them. I don't think that. And I tell my mother all the time, just because I don't talk to him, it doesn't mean I don't forgive him. I don't respect you to have a conversation with you. That's all that is. You don't deserve my time and my effort in having a conversation with you, given what you did. I don't respect you for it. That doesn't mean I have to trash you as a parent, or go off and disrespect you, because I've never done that. I'm not going to communicate with you. I don't think that's not forgiving somebody, because I don't think everybody deserves to have a piece of you if they've done you wrong. So all I'm saying is, until my father takes accountability for what he has done, there's no conversation. But I don't know if that is what's holding me back. And if that is what's holding me back, then maybe I'll never get to where I'm going. Because I cannot fathom calling this man. You're the adults. I cannot fathom calling him. Because it's like when we're grown, you're grown. Why am I making the first? You're grown. Why? It's like knowing, here's my frustration. And I'm sorry, I have to equate this with men, because I feel like a lot of men do this. Fathers are not. When they know they're wrong, they're waiting on the woman or the mother to say something. They will hold out 15, 20, 30, 40 years until the woman says something. When you messed up, but you're waiting on her to come to you. No, we will continue waiting until you open your mouth. Because that is what's called holding that person accountable. We will continue to not talk until you open your mouth. Because you're the one that did wrong. You're the one that caused a problem. So you need to fix this. And if you don't choose to fix it, or you don't want to fix it because you have too much ego, then we will continue to not speak. And that is perfectly fine with me. Now, if my father reached out, which he did, he's called, and I didn't want to talk. I was like, what? Ugh. I could be so mean. I wasn't ready though. I wasn't ready. But if my father came correct and called me today and said, you know, Monet, I want to talk. I want to talk. I don't want to play the blame game. I want you to hear me out. I want to take accountability. I'll hear him. You got to say the right stuff. You got to say the right stuff. If I don't feel you saying the right stuff on that phone, I'm not listening. But I'm not calling you. You need to call me. And so my question to God is that's what's holding me back because I won't make the first move? Even though I'm not the one that messed up? Where's the accountability? How are we holding people accountable if we're trying to right the wrongs and we didn't even make the wrongs? How are we holding them accountable then? Oh, you know they're not going to call. You know, well, go ahead because you know they're not. Oh, well, then they don't do it then. Oh, well. Like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not feeding into that. You know they're not going to call. You know they got too much ego. So just go ahead and... No! That is how we allow them to get away with stuff. Because, and a lot of times men know this. They know that women will make the first move because we know they not. And because we want to fix things right away, we will make the first move, even though we shouldn't. We will make the first move to fix things and make it right. We will make the first move to do this and do that because we know they're not. Where's the accountability then? I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it. Look at my... Ooh. I'm not doing it. I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm not. Like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. But anyway, I know I done went off on a completely different... To say all that, right? I wonder if the lack of relationship that I have with my father, lack thereof, if that is what's holding me back. And I ask God that all the time. Like, is that it? Or is it something else? I ask God all the time to show me what is it. Show me what it is that is holding me. Is it my attitude? Is it me being impatient? Is it me not putting more effort? Do you feel like I'm not putting in enough effort? Am I not working hard enough? Do I need to get my mental right? I think about a lot of times, do I need to go to the gym? Do I need to start getting myself physically prepared? And I just think about a lot of things and wonder, is that the problem? And I just feel like sometimes I don't get the answers. During the video that I watched with Craig the Writer Stewart last night, I felt like I got the answers. Some of the answers. I felt like what I was thinking was true, and the things that he said within that message was true, or I should say was how I feel as well. But I wanted to start practicing just tuning people out, in the sense of just staying focused on what I'm trying to do and tuning everybody out, which means tuning out bills, tuning out bill collectors, tuning out some family, tuning out kids. and what I mean by that is, no matter how frustrating things could be, no matter what people say, no matter who's on my ass about a bill that I owe, letting God handle it, and I'm done. I don't hear that anymore. As long as I continue to stay focused, just continue to work, and also not work myself so hard either. And that's a big risk too, but also trusting the process that, listen, if I stop doing this, it's still gonna be taken care of. But I have to put myself first. That's pretty much what it is. I have to put myself first. And if that means tuning everybody else out, focusing on what I'm doing, and doing what I can do. If I can't do it, if I don't have the energy, if I don't want to do it, I don't care if my rent is due tomorrow. If I am tired and I'm drained and I need to make $20 more and I just don't have it in me to go make $20, I'm gonna leave it to God to produce that $20 for me, because I'm running myself rugged. I'm running myself down into the ground, trying to make things work. And when that problem is taken care of, and then I'm still drained and I'm still drawing, and here's the next problem I'm worried about and then that's taken care of. So now here's the next. I'm constantly going to be worried. It doesn't stop. So it's either I choose myself and my happiness, or my sanity first. Either I choose that and say stop, no, or I continue to run myself down to the ground trying to chase a dollar that still never be enough. That dollar will still never be enough. So I don't know. But then I also feel like even me thinking like this is the process, because I wasn't thinking like this before. And I know my mom, she'll be like, I told you, I said this to you before. And I told my mother this before. I have to experience those things or hear it a couple times. I'm one of those people. Let me know if you're one of those people. You have to hear it a couple times before it clicks. For me, that's confirmation. When I hear something several times, it's confirmation. So just because you said something once and you feel like I should have went off what you said, I don't work like that. I have to hear things and see things multiple times for me to say, oh, that's it. This is confirmation. I keep seeing it. This is confirmation. That's how it works. So I don't know. Maybe my thought process and how I'm thinking now, maybe this is the work. Maybe this is the change that God is putting me through. And it's my wheels are slowly turning. I'm starting to get it. I don't know. I know this is a long rant. I think this is 44 minutes, but I recorded some more stuff before this in this car. So I think I ranted about 50 minutes alone in this car. So I'm trying to give you guys longer vlogs. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. I really want to go back to counseling. Therapy, counseling, whatever. I really need to get back in with my therapist. And I told my mother the other day, I think maybe my hormones are off balance, because not even just my emotions, it's more so my thoughts. Like, I be thinking of some of the most random things, and I start getting anxious and nervous, and I start getting scared. Like, now it has been raining here in Texas. It's been raining like the last 2 weeks. Like, we were in a tornado. I don't even know if I told you guys this, but there was a tornado like right in the next town. Didn't even know it. It was raining and stuff really bad. And they had all the sirens going off. They had all this, like, they told us to take shelter. I think I said this in one of the vlogs. It was a tornado in the next town. Now every time it rains, I don't know, it's something about, maybe because I know that Texas has hurricanes. Every time it rains, it frightens me. And I never got scared of it raining in Illinois, because I don't want to say Illinois don't get tornadoes, but as long as I've lived in Illinois, from a baby until an adult, we didn't get tornadoes. But knowing that Texas can have tornadoes and hurricanes, it frightens me every time it rains. I get nervous. And so the last couple of weeks it's been raining like back to back. It looked like it's about to rain now. And I would get nervous. I would get really nervous. And I would start thinking like, oh my God, what if it's a tornado? What if I die? Like, I'm thinking about, like, what if all of a sudden a tornado drops on it? And I just started thinking, and then I started thinking like, I'm not a lonely person. I'm the only person in my home. It's me and my daughter. Like, what if somebody tried to rob us or something? Like, I just started thinking of all these different, I don't know if it's me being paranoid. I don't know if it's a medical issue with me going on. I don't know if I don't know. It's just, I'm thinking about a lot of different things I've never thought before. And I don't know if that's because of my current situation. I don't know if that's because a certain part that I'm at in my life, things change, as you come across a certain time in your life, things change, thoughts change, feelings change. So I don't know if I'm going through a change. I don't know if my hormones are imbalanced. I don't know if I'm having more anxiety? I don't know. But am I blurry, y'all? There. Okay, I think that's better. I don't know. I don't know. It's just, you know, it's like, I always say to myself, and I've said this when I was in Illinois, I feel like I'm a butterfly, right? I feel like I'm a butterfly. I don't quite feel this way. I think it's changed a little bit, and I'll explain that in a second. When I was in Illinois, I felt like I was a butterfly, right? But I was in a jar. And every time I try to fly out and be free and want to be creative, I keep hitting my head because this jar was on. It was twisted on, and I couldn't get out. And then when I moved to Texas, I got out. And I started seeing things. And now I'm okay. But then there's still part of me that I'm still not able to completely fly away. I'm still not able to. It's like now I'm out the jar. And now I want to fly away. But I don't know which direction to go. And I don't know what's the best direction. And so I just feel like I have so much potential in me. I have so much creativity in me. There's so many things I want to do. I'm so excited about a lot of stuff. But it's so hard to get there. And I don't know what's the right path to get there. Like, there's a difference when you have people that don't know what they want to do in their life. They don't know, you know, what's what. They don't have any kind of direction. I know what I want to do. I've done some things. I know what I want to do. I'm excited about certain things. I know what I want to create. I know I want to be happy. And I know. I just need the opportunity to be able to do those things. And that is what sucks, is that I'm not having the opportunities to do the things I need to do. And I don't know how to get them. So I know I'm not going to be, you know, in this boat for long. I know I'm not going to go through this, you know, for a long time. Oh my God, I need my hair done. I just feel so lost, y'all. I feel like I'm losing myself. And maybe this is part of it. Maybe I've had this conversation with we've had a lot of conversations, me and my mother. I've had this conversation with my mother before where I was like, you know, why do we have to be stripped? You know, why does God have to strip us down before he builds us up? Because I'm like, I don't know who I am. I don't like that. I'm a person who is structured. I'm not saying I'm in control, but I'm a person who is structured. I got to know what's going on so I can have a plan. I don't want to be left out with my pants hanging down, so to speak. Like, I need structure. I know what's going on. I know I have a plan. And it's like everything that I've known, everything that I thought of who I am, I feel like I'm losing. Seriously, I feel like I'm losing. Like, looking at myself in the mirror and stuff, I'm like, I used to get my hair done. Yeah, you guys know I used to go get my hair done. I used to get my nails done. I used to just do things for myself. These last 2.5 years, baby. And I'm not saying hair and nails make you, but what I'm saying is I used to be able to do things I like to do and enjoy things. I used to not care about certain things and be happy, right? About certain things. Because I have this thing. I will never say that I'm happy in life until everything is fixed. And I think it's going to be a long time before a lot of things are fixed. So this is going to be a long time before I can ever say I am truly happy in my life. But anyway, I used to have the ability to do certain things. I mean, just thinking back, I always say this, when me and my mom and all of us living together, I didn't realize it until now. And it's always like that. You don't realize things until it's gone. I didn't realize that I was flourishing then, because I was always, I had, my content was on point on YouTube. I was uploading 3 times a week on my fashion channel. I was uploading 2 times a week on this channel. This channel, my days were Tuesdays and Thursdays. On the other channel, it was Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I was always recording on Fridays. I was always vlogging. I was always editing. You would ask my mom, I was always editing. I was man, it was in rotation. My hair was done, because I was doing these things for myself, manicuring myself, my hair, my nails, my wax appointments. You know what I'm saying? Getting little knickknacks here and there, getting the kids some stuff. Like I was just living life, even though people say that, well, that's regular stuff. When you broke, it's not regular. So when you're able to achieve those regular things, it's a blessing. And I was doing it. My credit score was good. I was saving money. I was paying off things. I was doing it. I was finally doing it. And then I hit rock bottom. And now it's like, damn. It's like, damn. And I don't know. Maybe I needed this. Maybe I needed to hit rock bottom. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what any of this means. I don't know what any of this means. I posted a video last week, and it hit 110K. That's the last time I seen it. 110K. And I'm super excited because that's my first video that reached over 100,000K and is monetized. Listen, pro tip, after you become monetized on TikTok, it's hard to get views and make money. It really is. And I'm talking about like hundreds and thousands of views. It's hard. And so this is my first video. Like, I've had views before, you know, that hit, I think my highest was 7,332,000 views. You know, no, 732,000. What am I talking about? 732,000, I think, and that's a clothing video. But that's a not a clothing. That's a when I went in Walmart and did a video in Walmart or whatever about their apparel. But that was before I got monetized. They push your videos before monetization. Oh yeah, they'll push your videos. But after that, it is hard to get hundreds and thousands. Unless you're popular and you're a big influencer, it's hard to get hundreds and thousands of views after monetization. So this is my first video after being monetized, going on a year, and I reached over 100K. Anyway, not to mention they drop your RPM, so you making pennies on a dollar. Anyway, but I made a video, and when I tell you, I got so much hate from that video. People are calling me racist. People go on my TikTok. It's on my Monet's Curvy Closet TikTok. People are just, it's white folks got their pennies in a bunch, honey. They are mad. And all I said, and I'm not gonna go into it, just go watch the video. You can read the comments. I mean, they going off. They are mad. They calling me all kind of names. They talking about me. One girl tried to say, can we just find out where she works at? Like, girl, you doing all of this because I told white folks to stay out of black content? I was not expecting them to be so pissed. But the basis of the video was, and the crazy thing is, I made that video because it was something that stemmed from a video that I posted on my YouTube shorts. But pretty much all I was saying was, white folks, not all, but some white folks love to get in black content creators' comments and talk about things that has nothing to do with them. For instance, I was talking about black men or something, and here comes somebody who was white talking about, well, that's not just black men, that's all men. Why do you guys have to always group yourself into what we doing? This is not about you. And so all I said on that video was, listen, if somebody is of any ethnicity, right? But I made it about black content. If somebody is going on a public platform and they are expressing their experiences and what they go through in their community, why are you coming under their comments trying to involve and include yourself? It's not about you. Yeah, we want equality, great. But in this moment, I'm talking about my experience as a black woman. Why do you need to insert yourself and include your, well, don't forget about that. You're never forgotten. You're the chosen one. And I'm all kind of racist. I'm not, child, please. When it's just interesting when you don't include white folks, now you're racist because we don't include, you've always been included. You've always been included. What are you talking about? I'm the minority. I can't be a racist even if I wanted to. But I digress. You guys can go ahead and watch the video. on my TikTok, but I just thought that was so crazy. Like, people got their panties in a bunch, and the thing is, they want you to be quiet. I'm not gonna be quiet. I'm not gonna take the video down. I'm not gonna turn off no comments. I have a right to say what I want to say. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just using my voice, and you don't like it. You expect us Black people to be quiet, and I'm not one of those. I will never be one of those. I will always stand up for what I believe in. You don't like it? Go sit on the couch and talk to a therapist about it, because that ain't got nothing to do with me. Anyway, y'all, all right, I talked long enough. So I guess I didn't end up getting a grocery order. I'm about to go home. It's 8:19. I've been sitting out here for like an hour. This is part of the hustle, though. Sitting out here for an hour to get nothing. I don't know. Pray for me, y'all. Either that, or I'm getting a sugar daddy. Or I might start doing something strange for a piece of change. I don't know. Whatever comes first, I don't know. But your girl is tired. Anyway, I am about to go. And yeah, I thank you guys for listening to my rant. I literally ranted for an hour. It says 59 minutes and 27 seconds. I'm about to go. I'm about to get to the house. I gotta start work at 9 o'clock. And yeah, just wish me luck, y'all. Please, please, please support my website. Everything, clothing, digital marketing, digital products, or my digital book, my digital ebook, my journal, my coloring book now that I have. Please, please support me. Please make sure you guys share and comment this video. Like the video, support me in my videos, because this is why I'm doing all of this. I'm passionate about this, and I need you guys' support so that I could skyrocket and produce, you know, better content, and just produce who I am to the world, you know, and share who I am, and motivate people, and be a kind and loving person, and share, you know, who I am to the world, you know. So please support me. Go to my website, monescurvyclosetllc. Go to all my other social medias at Monet's Curvy Closet. And yeah, I appreciate you guys, and I will catch you on another video. Bye. Ooh, my fingers, my nail. Okay, bye, y'all.
I'm thinking you were made for me.